Steve Jobs, the man who revolutionized the way we communicate with the world and left an indelible mark on the tech industry, was not just a genius in programming and design. He was a complex personality filled with contradictions and secrets that many people don't know. Behind the charisma that mesmerized millions, there was a man who lived by a strict, sometimes strange philosophy that believed simplicity was the key to everything, even to the point of obsession. At one point in his life, when he bought a luxurious house in California, it remained nearly empty for years without furniture. It wasn't out of frugality, but because he believed that excessive details clutter the mind and prevent focus. He thought every piece of furniture had to be perfect and meaningful, or it simply wasn't needed. He would spend nights sitting on the floor, contemplating the ideal design for a table that had yet to exist. His life wasn't always a series of triumphs. After being forced out of Apple, the company he built with his own hands, he felt as if his world had crumbled. But he didn't give up. He founded Next, a company that didn't achieve the commercial success he had hoped for, but it laid the groundwork for his grand comeback. The operating system he developed there later became the foundation of macOS, and it was his ticket back to Apple, where he rebuilt the company from the ground up, as if reclaiming a child he had once lost. For him, success was never just about numbers and sales, but an ongoing quest for perfection. In his youth, he traveled to India in search of spiritual wisdom, spending months in temples, meditating, and living a life of asceticism. He returned to America a changed man, with new principles that shaped his entire vision. This journey had a profound influence on Apple's philosophy, from extreme simplicity in design to the belief that technology should be a natural extension of human life. Even colors were not a trivial matter to him. He vehemently refused to allow the Apple II to be painted red, arguing that bold colors distracted users and took away from the core experience. He was obsessed with details to the extent that he would spend hours discussing the curvature of the iPhone's edges with engineers, and was willing to scrap an entire product over a single millimeter of excess. Steve was an extraordinary person in his daily habits, too. At one point, he adopted a diet consisting solely of apples and raw vegetables, believing it would grant him ultimate mental clarity. He was even convinced that this diet eliminated the need for regular showers, much to the discomfort of his employees, who had to endure his eccentric lifestyle. Despite his brilliance, his personal life was far from simple. His relationship with his daughter, Lisa, was full of ups and downs. At first, he refused to acknowledge her, but later, she became an important part of his life, even inspiring him to name one of Apple's computers after her. While he was busy creating devices that changed the world, he was also trying to make up for lost time with his daughter. In the final days of his life, Jobs knew that his journey was nearing its end. His long battle with illness did not weaken his determination, but he realized that life was not just about designing perfect devices. It was about relationships, memories, and the legacy one leaves behind. His last words were simple yet profound. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. As if his soul was witnessing something greater than anything he had ever created. Steve Jobs was not just a successful businessman or a technological genius. He was a restless spirit, a relentless creator, and a man whose life, with all its contradictions and inspirations, remains a lesson in persistence, creativity, and the never-ending pursuit of excellence.